Yes, sir. That was Levi Ball, man. My next guest is one of my favorite scorers of all time, man. Like this kid right here, man. Like, when I say flat out score the ball, if anybody knows this kid, man, they know him for putting the ball in the hole. Like I said, one of my favorite players too. Every time I see him, we gonna trash talk, but he know I'm in his corner. Another one of my Nips, man. One of my guys. Like I said, man, this is one of the ones that when I first started, he told me, he said, "Unc, if you need me on, I got you." So, like I said, this is gonna be another good one. Let me get my guy on here. That was a good one with Levi Ball, man. I really enjoyed that conversation. Really good kid. Justin, request to get on, Justin. There we go.
Yo, Nell,
Nephew, my guy.
what's going on, bro?
What's up, my guy?
You know the usual, bro. Just putting the ball in the hole. You know that's what I do.
You don't do that.
Man, I got my guy out here, man. One of the best scorers I've ever seen. It like with my own eye. Academy of Richmond County alum, like myself. Region
Facts.
Player of the Year. JUCO. What you was All American at JUCO, correct?
And I was third team all conference.
Okay, third team All Conference in JUCO. Claflin University guard Justin Mims. Let's introduce yourself. Even though I just gave you a nice introduction, man, introduce yourself.
Shit. Uh, Justin Mims from Augusta, Georgia. Went to Richmond.
Mhm.
Won region player of the year there. Went to Mott for my freshman year. Got third team all conference, all freshman team. Just finished up my sophomore year at CLAFLIN. Um, we ended up made it to the tournament. Got to the quarterfinals game. Lost a good one, but it was a good season overall though.
Yeah, yeah. So just to get started, man, coming from Augusta and Richmond Academy, when did you realize you weren't just nice locally? You could really go to college and play.
Um, I say probably my junior summer going into my senior year,
Mhm.
I started to see like my game was starting to change. I started to slim down some, started to get a little taller, and I
Mhm.
started to realize like honestly, I probably could take this basketball thing somewhere for real, for real.
Who did you play with AAU that summer?
That summer I played with Georgia Havoc mainly, but then I played with Team Next Gen, TNG a little. I played them a couple of tournaments.
Okay. So what game would you say that the game started to slow down? Was that the beginning of your senior year, or was that like going into your junior summer?
Um, I say like towards like April, May of that AAU season, I started to see it. Then summer league, went back to high school playing. I started to see that the game started to slow down for me. But then once we got to practice and stuff during the high school season, and I seen like type of team we had some guys transfer in,
Mhm.
and I see how easy the game started to be for me. I was like, this is where it was starting to go.
Sure. Playing for a coach like Coach Noble. Well, let's go back a little bit further. Going from eighth grade, going to high school. What high school, like what choices did you have? Like what choices in schools did you have?
Um, Honestly, at eighth grade, and I was at Langford. I was a little chubby, a little shorter. I probably
Mhm.
about I like 5'5" going into high school. I ain't gonna lie, but it was like honestly, I didn't really have a plan because I didn't really know where this basketball thing was gonna take me.
Mhm.
But it was just Richmond was the main thing. My mom wanted me to focus on academics a lot, so
Mhm.
and they had the IB program over there. So Richmond honestly was just the only choice, and that was my zone school too. So
Mhm. How did your mom fight against your uncles with the North Augusta? Because I'm sure that was hard.
I'm gonna since I'm college now, everything out of the way.
For sure.
Miller Valley, really going into my junior year. Me and my cousin Mara were supposed to go to Miller Valley with Reed.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
That
yeah,
was,
yeah.
that was that was supposed to happen.
A
No,
lot of
that's the
people,
thing.
a lot of people don't know, man. With Ree, that was my dream coach for Kobe.
If
Man,
if
that's the
Ree
reason. That's
if
the
Ree
reason
was
Falls
at
Creek.
If Ree was at Miller Valley, I don't know if them boys been in Fox
Everybody would have
Creek.
went
Everybody was
for
going to Miller
sure.
Valley. I ain't gonna lie.
I would have had a Midland Valley shirt on right now.
Fact.
Like I said, that was my dream. That was my dream school for Cole. So you went up like so you end up going to ARC. You went from putting up numbers in high school to being the region player of the year. What game or moment made people start taking you serious?
Um, I say the first couple games was I played all right. I say that Southwest Macon game with the Ricky Moore tournament.
Hmm.
That
Hmm.
game was like the game that was like this gonna be
He here
people have to wake up because that first
for
half
sure.
I had 19 in the first half. That game was
Ooh. The
that was
bucket was it was big. It was
it.
big that
And
game.
like that bucket was wide that game.
That's what's up, man. Averaging around 18 a game. Did you feel you were unstoppable, like at that level, or you still had something to prove?
I feel like that whole year I had something to prove.
Hmm.
Cause like being at Richmond, previous years like before, Richmond was dead before like when look Chris Jones, Christian Nobles, everybody knew about that, but Richmond, and
Hmm.
we had them down years. Everybody was just counting us out, thought we weren't gonna be nothing for real, and that
Hmm.
then I had to come turn around like people gonna have to really see, and people really ain't started seeing it for real till cause we started the season 11-0.
Hmm.
People thought it was a fluke. We lost that first game to Butler. People was like they knew it was a fluke, but then once we got that region play, we start competing with Cross Creek a little bit. That's when people start to see like Richmond might got something.
Sure. Y'all had a really good team that year. That was a really good year. I'm like I said, we were very proud of that group. Um, because I mean, I'm not sure if you know, but those Christian Nobles,
Yeah,
Detroit, Dez, Laughlin, all
yeah,
those was the years I was at Richmond. So those are some good years too. So to see y'all young guys come in, we was like, oh yeah, they about to make a run. But like we know, Georgia basketball is just different.
it is.
Georgia basketball is different. So coming out of high school, what all schools did you have?
Out of high school, I had a lot of JUCOs. I was in contact with a couple D2s. I mean, I had minimal conversation with some low majors, some mid majors, but it was everything. All my offers was JUCOs.
Mhm. So a lot of people don't know. A lot of people don't understand JUCO. What was the hardest part of going that route or going straight? I mean, other than going straight D1, what is that JUCO guy?
That JUCO route different. It's like with my experience, I feel like that year I had with my team, we was different because we had 12 freshmen that year,
Mhm.
and so it was like everybody knew, and we playing against guys coming back from D1s, guys who been guys who went to they just been going on with their life. Then they was like, I
For
want to
sure.
hoop again. Came back to come
Yeah.
hoop. So it was different.
I remember me and you having a conversation. But maybe you could tell the pod, how was your first practice? Like what was that like?
I I, I had like that first week. I would look bad. I couldn't make no shots. Everything was rough. Then that preseason, I was in Michigan, so it's 10, 15 degrees.
For sure.
We on the track 8 a.m. 3 miles. I'm going
That's
through it.
different.
I'm
For
going through it
sure.
out there.
For sure. Man, you got like with your uncles though, man, they have so many words of wisdom.
Yeah,
But it was only so much they could tell you to get your mind ready for that. You had to go through that on your own, huh?
yeah.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. So you earned all conference and all freshman. Like, what changed in your mindset from high school to JUCO? Like, what clicked? And you said, "Oh yeah, this got to change."
Um, the biggest thing I feel I had to change was me getting in the weight room more, and I had to stretch more. I ain't really want to stretch for real, but that stretching helped me get more flexible, more mobile. I started to be able to move different.
Mhm.
I get to see I'm being able to do things Pete guys not knocking me off my line. I'm able to guard guys who are
Hmm.
bigger, who are a little bigger than me. It was just, and also
What?
my mindset had to change too a lot.
Hmm. Hmm. Like what? Give me some ideas. What you mean your mindset had to change?
Uh, well, us having 12 freshmen, I had to grow up a lot.
Gotcha.
I was one that had to be one of the leaders on the team because we had a lot of guys. They were real quiet. I had to be more vocal.
Hmm.
Um, I had to realize like everybody at JUCO trying to get out of JUCO.
Hmm.
Everybody trying to get D2 or D1, and it was like, all right, if I realize the guys doing this, let me just put in this work. Let me just keep working as hard as I can, so that coaches see this. That way, we get to the game time, he trusts me.
Sure. What what surprised you about the skill level at once you got to college? Because you hear all these horror stories like when you get to college, everybody got region player of the year. Everybody
Yeah,
got this. What got everybody got this? What surprised you the most? Like when you was like, hold on, the talent level not as good as everybody been saying. Like what was some of the most ridiculous stuff you seen in college when you like, there's no way this guy playing in college.
I ain't lie. Like I ain't lie, when I got the JUCO, it was like everybody on my team. Like I had a guy that played at OTE with the Ellis brothers. Had guys that won state championships that were the best in their city, the best in their state.
Mhm,
And so it was like getting a JUCO. Like the competition level is there. Like it's guys at JUCO that they a lot of guys at JUCO really because they ain't have the grades for real, but them
mhm,
boys can hoop. But it's
mhm.
like, but when we got to the jamborees, we played some good teams, played some D1 JUCOs. But it's like once the season started, we playing guys around Michigan. I'm like, it's
There's
you
no
ain't
way.
supposed, you're not supposed to be here. But it's like, but it really just that the college game really politics too. It's like it's all about who you know for real, for real.
Hmm. 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 So what's a moment like in this college journey where you could have folded but you didn't? Like the adversity took you to a point where you could have just been like, yeah, I'm done. I'm just gonna go home, but you didn't.
I ain't lie, I got the mind. I ain't lie. It was a point. I hated basketball. I ain't gonna lie.
Hmm.
Like it
What
was
what
just
what was that? Why was that?
I've been so used to working hard my whole life. Like we gonna be in there hour 32 hours just working hard. And it's like I'm in practice. I wake up. We got practice 8 a.m. After 30 minutes, we going home. I wasn't
I
used to
remember you
that.
telling me that. I remember you telling me that. You said you was
Um,
like, man, I thought there's gonna be coaches in here ready for me at all times, but you had to put in a lot of your own work.
yeah, I'm
Um,
having to get in the gym. It was like we had to fight some. We didn't have our school was so small, so it was like it wasn't really many. Like the volleyball team, baseball, softball, all them practice in the gym. So I'm trying to come back in the gym. I can't. And gym
mhm.
and our gym closed at 5 o'clock. So anytime after that, I couldn't really do nothing. I'm just at the crib just stretching, trying to do push up, do whatever I can.
That's crazy. That's something that once you talk about this story later on, man, that'll just speak a lot of your resilience. So the transfer to CLAFLIN. Well, let me ask you this: coming out of mine, like what schools did you have? Like who was talking to you heavy?
Claflin was the first one to reach out to me. They was on me heavy.
Mhm,
Then after I got the Claflin offer, I had a couple other D2s. Like Georgia Southwestern hit me.
mhm,
A lot of schools in the Conference Carolinas,
mhm.
couple in the SAC. But it was Claflin was the one that really just they were just on me the whole time. They really wanted me.
Gotcha, gotcha. So why was Claflin the right move? Like, what did you see in that program? No, of course, it being kind of close to home, but like, what did you see in that program?
Um, Honestly, from the coaching staff, everybody, coach staff is a family environment. Coach was real with me the whole time through the process. He ain't never tell me I was gonna come in and do this, do that. He always told me you have to work for it, you got to earn it.
Hmm.
And also, just like the family environment, I seen when my mom came in on my visit, how much they were interacting with her, engaging with her. So it was just
Hmm.
like I'm real big on family, and so I'm seeing how much y'all really messed with me and my family. So it's like I
Hmm.
feel like this is the best place for me. And you know
Gotcha,
you already know how my uncles is. You know
for sure.
they ain't going for none of that. You finna baby me and none of that. So
It's especially Sean, man.
yeah,
Sean will get
Sean.
in there. He'll tell a college coach exactly what he should be telling you to get you there. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? So yeah, man. So position wise, what position did you play in high school, and then when you got to college, what position were you forced to play? I know you had to play the one this year,
Uh, high
but
school, high school. I played. Um, like freshman sophomore year, I was playing the 4 and the 5. Junior year, I moved to like the 3 and the 2. Senior year, I played a little bit of the 1 through 4. At I played 2 through 4. Then this year, it was spurts. I was at the 1, but I played the 2 and 3 mostly. I was at the 4 at times. We went small ball.
Mhm.
So I've been since middle school. I've been playing a little bit of everything.
Gotcha. What position do you feel is your best? Like, where do you feel like what's your the position you feel like you are at your best?
I feel like a wing, the 2-3,
Yeah.
being a secondary ball handler, being
Mhm.
able to shoot the basketball, defend.
Mhm. What do you think is your best attribute when it comes to your game?
My mid range and my
Is
mid
it
range and my leadership. Them
for
two.
sure, for sure. If you had to say what do you like? What are you working on this summer, going into your junior year? What are you working on that you feel could get better?
Right now, I'm focusing on getting stronger. Right now, I've been in the weight room 4 times a week with our strength and conditioning coach, and on the court, I'm been trying to work on my 3 ball, making it more consistent,
Hmm.
and also my ball handler, so I could be that secondary ball handler or even be the main ball handler at times.
For sure. Yes. If you working on your three ball, don't ever around the world challenge me, bro. I'm a real shooter, bro.
I still shoot better than you. You know that.
All right, whatever, bro.
You know that.
Do you feel you still got something to prove? Now that you like on the HBCU route, you feel like you still got something to prove?
Yeah, I'm always feel like I got something to prove. I mean,
Mhm.
this year was I ain't like CI. It's a tough conference. It's a lot of everybody in the CI
It
can hoop.
is.
Cause
Sure.
we got guys from the CI. They were here this year, but they transferring going D1. Got a
Mhm.
couple guys on my team just went D1. Some guys on my team still making this season. They got some D1s looking at them.
Gotcha.
So
Gotcha.
I feel like my role this year, I was kind of be the leader, bring energy, like catch and shoot here and there, defend. But I feel like next year I'm gonna have a bigger role, and I have to be able to step up and do that.
Yeah, for sure. That's a question I was gonna ask you. So I take it you gonna stay at Claflin going into your junior year?
Yeah, I'm gonna still be here next year.
For sure, for sure. So I know in the area you are like a very like vital part to a lot of the younger guys in this area. Um, what's some advice that you would give them as like especially I think most of your little bros are like in that 27 class with like
Yeah.
Justin and Kobe and Gavin and guys like that. Like what advice do you have to some of those guys, some of those really talented guys who haven't got the college offers and stuff just yet?
Uh, just be patient. If
Hmm.
you're good enough, you keep putting in the work. Coach is gonna find you.
Hmm.
And when picking a school, it's not about like who got the most money, who got this, who got that. It's like about being finding the best fit for you. Honestly,
Hmm. Basically, run your own race.
yeah.
That's that
Run your own race.
sure for sure. Um, so say a coach is watching this right now. Um, why should they bet on Justin Mims over everybody? Especially going into your junior year. I know in your senior year you're looking to either close out at Claflin or go D1. What should a why should a coach bet on you now?
Uh, I'm always saying D1 always been a goal of mine. Honestly, I feel like I'm real set at Claflin. I like it over here. The coach staff, the way we play. I feel real comfortable here. Coach should bet on me. I don't really feel like it's gonna be no guys really who gonna work harder than me
Hmm.
and who gonna be more coachable than me.
Hmm.
Honestly,
And when I tell you that is the truth. So I got four blockbuster questions before I get you up out of here. This is kind of like a two. The first one to be a two-part question. High school. Well, we'll give you high school and college. In
all right,
high school, who was the play? Who was the toughest player you had to face?
high school. Mm.
I'm trying to think. Was Lorick and all those guys
Yeah,
in
I did.
Cross Creek?
I played all them guys. Um, AAU. I
Mhm.
say I probably say Cam Scott AAU.
Oh, what was it? What was that game like?
We beat them by 3, but
Oh, that's what's up.
Cam Scott ain't like that boy had a strap on him. That
couldn't miss.
He was crossing half volleyball line, letting it go.
mm,
Yeah, I ain't like
mm.
at high school. Yeah, like all out of all the classes I played, I'd probably say it was either
Crawford, DJ Shine. Yeah, y'all
I
had a
I,
loaded
I ain't
class.
really high school. I ain't really even get to play them.
Okay. Okay.
Like I just played pickup and I don't. But I say like in the actual high school game, I say probably Kalon.
Mm.
Kalon, because Kalon got a motor. He don't take no plays off.
And he scored. He scored
He
a
he,
rock too.
he scored a rough show, but he don't take no plays off.
So it was like you like, bruh, come on, bruh. Like you gonna do this every possession? Like he
I'm
going like that?
like rebound from rebounding to picking up full and making shots. I'm like, you doing this from jump ball to the clock stop. Like you ain't letting up. Y'all
For
already
sure.
winning. They already up. He ain't stopped yet.
What about college? Who was the toughest player you had to face? I think you told me this story already before.
Uh, JUCO, I say Demarion Fishburne. He was at Macomb. He
Yeah.
had um he had um he had Cornell right now, D1 in the Ivy League. He and like that boy could score.
That was bruh who you said was coming across half court pulling.
No, that was another point guard they had. Josh Hines. He was letting it go. But
Yeah.
Fishburne though he got a motor. He gonna play the game the right way. He
Mhm.
gonna he gonna make you think. I mean, I had a good game against them, but it was just like he with him. I started the game. I probably had 16 that first half. That second half, it was quiet. I ain't gonna lie. He
Mm.
turned it up that second half.
It sounds like you saying, and like I said, just to kind of pivot off of that, it sounds like you saying, in order to be able to play at that next level, those guys with the high motor, it seems like they are very successful at the next level.
Yeah, all the guys that got high motor, high IQ, gonna play the game the right way. It's always gonna be a spot open. And them guys coachable. They quiet. They
Mhm.
don't talk much.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Next question. Um, if you could pick a five from middle school who you played with all the way up to high school and bring them to a run, who would be your five?
In a
You,
run,
yeah,
like school ball.
yeah. Well, you could do school ball, AAU, whoever you played with, like in your high school, but between middle school and high school, but you get them in their best time. Who would you bring?
Yeah, we'll go a little small. I
Mhm.
go Marco. Uh, I go DJ. Braylon Smith.
Goodness.
Me, and then field spot. That field spot tough. That field spot real tough. Man, that field spot so tough. I'll probably go. I ain't even play. I ain't play in high school. I'll go. KC Colin Clark.
That's tough. That's
I'll
tough.
go there. I'll go
That's
there
a
for.
that's a lot of buckets with a point guard like with Marco. With a point
Yeah.
guard like Marco, that's a lot of buckets. I don't know how y'all are doing the rebounding battle, but they have
No,
to stop you.
rebound about it. We good.
Yeah. Because Braylon rebound the ball. And Marco, like y'all, you Marco Braylon rebound the ball pretty good. So yeah,
KC
that
rebound. KC gonna rebound. He gonna pick you up 94.
for sure. For
And I ain't
sure.
like then on that offensive end, you can't help. You got to pick your poison.
Yeah. Oh, that boy, that's over with for sure. Next question. If you could get any game back from any time in your career. If you could get that game back from the jump ball, what would you do? Like, what game is that, and what would you do different?
High school, I need that cross creek region championship back.
What would you do different?
That game, I seen everything that game. I seen boxing one, triangle and two, diamond press. I seen it all. I had 1 point that game,
Mm,
but I had like 7 rebounds, 8 assists. But I need that game back.
Need that one back. What? So even
In
with you
college,
seeing all that, what would you do? Run them off screens and stuff like that the whole game?
I would have had I had the ball out of my hands that game. I gotta let Quan or Sai had the ball more, and I gotta come off a lot of pin downs, try to get some easy buckets at the rim.
Mhm.
Yeah, I
Mhm.
said it for. I think I said it for a lot of threes that game. That game still stick with me a little bit. Then
Sure, for sure.
college though, I gotta have Virginia Union and Bluefield.
Need those back. What would you do different?
Virginia Union dude shot 363 with 1 second on the clock. Nobody touched him. Ref caught a foul.
My you on you?
It wasn't on me. It was on somebody else. But called foul. He made all three free throws.
363.
They won by one. And then Bluefield was the quarterfinal game. We lost at the end of the season.
Hmm.
We was up by 8 with a minute.
They came back and won it.
They beat us, and they ended up going to the championship game.
Crazy. Yeah, that's crazy. Need those back. Need those back. My last question. If you could have anybody on the pod, but you got to help me get them on here, who would it be? No, I mean Riri.
I would say you gotta get real on the pod. Gotta get real on the pod. You had DC on the pod yet?
Nah. But DC coming for sure.
I
He
need I
coming for
y'all,
sure.
I know he coming for sure. 'Cause I need to see on the pod because I don't think the younger guys really know how nice he was for
That's
real.
what no, they so the younger guys says so people don't understand that. And being around the game with your uncles and stuff like that, the younger guys, they asked him to train with him for the videos and stuff, right?
Yeah, like
Listen,
that man the all time leading scorer at Butler. Like
come on, man.
man had man had 35 in the Mount Invitation.
Come on, bro. The man is man. That man, bro. DC was one of those guys, man. When he was in high school, bro, you knew he was gonna get 30.
Oh,
You
yeah,
was
you knew
trying to
that.
stop him from getting 50. Like you was trying to stop him. Like it's like, hey, if DC get 30, we straight. You know what I'm saying? And being a hooper, especially a scorer like you are, 30 ain't easy to come by.
30
So
ain't
it
easy.
so
And
it's like
he doing that on a nightly basis.
that man led Georgia in scoring. The man went to Cal, like of Augusta, Georgia. Like people don't understand what they get. But that's one of the ones that, and I get that a lot. People like, man, you gotta get DC. DC one of my best friends too, and he just one of the hardest dudes to catch up with because he training everybody
Yeah,
for sure. Do you see yourself after college coaching at all?
I do honestly.
Okay.
I feel like
I
when it's
mean, well,
all
I would say after pro because you definitely gonna be a
yeah
pro.
when
Yeah.
it's all said and done, I'll be coaching probably.
Got you. Hey man, man, where we at with it, man. I love you to death.
Oh, I love you,
You
my
need
guy.
anything, you can hit me, man. I appreciate you getting on. When you'll be home.
Uh, I'll probably be home. Yeah, probably in about 2 or 3 weeks. I'll come home for a little while.
Okay. I'll see
'Cause
you then, man.
I'm gonna be up here most of the summer though. But I'm gonna come back to lock in with Kobe and Justin. We're gonna get in the gym.
For sure. Man, I appreciate you too, man. Man, have a good night, man. Hit me if you need me, bro.
I got you. Appreciate you, my
All right,
guy.
all right, my guy.